There are two main pathways to building websites in WordPress, the developer pathway and the designer pathway. In my last video, I covered the developer pathway. In this video, we will be looking at the designer pathway, and this is what we normally call the no-code pathway. Again, we don't need to argue about which pathway is better. Pick whatever fits you and go with it. If you decide to go this way, then these are the steps that I recommend that you take to getting this done in the shortest possible time. First, you're going to install Local WP. Local WP will give you a local WordPress environment in order to work in. Then, inside of that WordPress environment, you're going to install a lightweight theme. I recommend Hello theme, and the reason why you want to start with a lightweight theme is because you don't want a theme that already comes with a lot of functionalities that will distract you. Something like Hello Elementor just gives you exactly what you need in order to start building your website. Along with Hello Elementor, you're going to also need to install Elementor, which is a page builder. There are other page builders out there, but the most popular one, again in my opinion, is Elementor. So starting out with Elementor is best. But before you jump straight into Elementor, there are some things that you need to understand. You need to go to YouTube, you need to go to Slaying the Dragon's page. Even though Slaying the Dragon teaches web development using code, there are three concepts that you need to understand, and he explains them very well. You need to know what the CSS box model is. You need to learn the CSS grid. And you also need to learn Flexbox CSS. You need to learn these three things because once you open Elementor, you'll quickly start to realize that these three concepts are a major advantage in how you use this page builder. For instance, if I go to start building this page, immediately I have to choose between Flexbox and Grid. Most persons will just pick either one of these, click around, and just visually try to see, what a change does. But you're going to understand what these mean, and you're going to choose based on your understanding, and you'll be able to control Elementor to a higher degree than someone who doesn't understand these three concepts. Once you have a container, you can switch between Flexbox and Grid whenever you like, and then you'll start to see the different options on the left here, and quickly you'll realize that, oh wait, these are the same things that Slaying the Dragon was talking about in his video. And you understand that really quickly, and you'll see that your Elementor section of learning becomes really fast, and you are able to control things on a deeper level than if you don't know what CSS box, grids, and flex boxes are. Next, you need to get an appreciation of what is possible with Elementor. And for that, you need to hop on over to YouTube again, go to Ferdy.com. Ferdy is one of the top guys here that does this. And specifically, you want to watch this video. Can you build a pro website with Elementor? And this is 2026, so it is up to date. You also need to jump over to Rhino de Boer's website. Rhino also covers Elementor tutorials in a very understandable way, and he builds projects that you can follow. One specific project that you can follow here is how to create a professional WordPress blog with Elementor Pro. Speaking of, depending on the tutorial that you're watching, you may or may not need Elementor Pro. So quickly find that out and then decide if you're going to get Elementor Pro so you can learn the full thing, or you just want to stick to free, which will require you to use additional plugins to get pro-like features for Elementor. While watching these videos, you are not going to just try to do what they're doing step by step. What you're trying to understand is what is possible. So go through the entire video, get some biscuits, get some tea, and just watch the workflow, watch how they do things, look at why they do things, and you will quickly start to see how professionals like these guys use Elementor to build out projects. Once you're done, you can now start building your own project. And again, it is here that you're going to choose a real project. Build a website for a friend, build a website for a family member or a local business. Whichever one you choose to go with, make sure that it's a real project that you can launch. If you don't have any persons to build websites for, go back to ChatGPT, like I said, ask it for a website layout, descriptions, content, and you can build that website in Elementor, and you will start to hit the different walls. And once you hit those walls, you can come back to these channels and you can find help that you need in order to get past those roadblocks. Once you're done building your website, I do recommend that you host your website on something like SiteGround or Hostinger. You can host the website on other free services, but if you choose something like SiteGround, then you're getting close to the exact thing that you would be doing for a real client. Once you have your website live, you can start doing post-launch things like installing the plugins that you need in order to do different things, such like Google Sitekit, which you need in order to do analytics and add tags to your page. You want to install things for speed, things for security. Another good one here is Rank Math or Yoast SEO, which will give you your sitemap that you'll also need for Google Analytics. And then finally, you need to understand the best way to deliver your website to your client. This video here, also by Rhino de Boer, is a great way to start understanding what that process looks like, and so that you can implement this process. Again, if you had chosen a real world client to start out with, even if it's completely free, you would be doing this step as well, and that will give you the experience that you need when you start taking on paid clients. And you need to do this so that you don't look unprofessional or make certain mistakes. And with that, we are done. This is a great way for you to start building your website in WordPress using a designer pathway that involves absolutely no codes. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped.